Hi, I'm Weng, and this is my wife, Tiffany. We met back in 2001 at a bar she was helping to manage. I invited her to join a singles community at church, and we became close while serving God in the morning, but at night, we would drink, we would smoke, and sometimes engage in reckless behavior. And after 9 months of dating, Tiffany became pregnant.
When I found I was pregnant, I was hesitant to settle down with Weng. He was unemployed while I was working as a financial advisor. Neither of us had savings to start a family. Weng also had a pending petition for U.S. citizenship, and we thought it might be best to stay unmarried. After our son was born, Weng attended a men's retreat in Caliraya where he truly encountered Jesus Christ and surrendered his life to him. That same day, he called me and proposed, realizing it was a sin to live together outside of marriage. Less than 3 months later, we had our Christian wedding.
In the few months of our marriage, I worked as a rank-and-file employee with a salary that barely supported us. When our second child came, I knew I needed a better-paying job. I moved to a new company as a parking attendant, and within a week, I was promoted to a supervisor, then a trainer. Despite these promotions, my income still wasn't enough, and Tiffany remained the breadwinner.
Being the breadwinner, older than Weng and more experienced, I found it hard to submit to him. I often felt that I had more right to be the decision maker in our family. We frequently argued, and there were times I left the house with the kids to stay with my sister or my parents because I couldn't stand living with Weng. I felt it would be better to be a single mom than to be with him. But my sister, who was also my D group leader, encouraged me to keep our family together, reminding me of God's will and command in Matthew 19, verse 6, which says, "Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate."
Despite not earning enough, I spent a lot of time volunteering in the youth ministry of CCF Ever in Pasig, later known as J-Zone. And after 7 years of marriage, while I was out of work and volunteering as a youth coordinator at CCF Taytay, Tiffany got pregnant with our third child. Though it seems like bad timing, but it was a time when I heeded God's calling to work full-time in the ministry. I applied and was accepted as the first campus missionary and youth coordinator of CCF Metro East. Tiffany hated the idea because I would be raising support, and with 3 kids, it seems impossible to provide for all their needs, especially with the older ones starting in school.
As our kids grew up, Weng and I continued to serve in the church, bringing them along on weekends to watch us serve in the youth ministry. But life at home was different. We sometimes had intense arguments that ended in shouting matches in front of our children. There was even a time when I threw a pitcher filled with water at Weng during lunch. Weng didn't fight back. Instead, he left the house. Our 2 children cried hard, witnessing everything. Little did we know that our son was starting to develop violent habits. He became a bully at an early age while in preschool. He constantly fought with other kids in the neighborhood and even at church. Our daughter, on the other hand, became overly dependent on her nanny, preferring to spend time with her rather than with us.
We attended several parenting seminars during the early years of our marriage and tried our best to apply what we have learned. However, we struggled to raise our kids in a godly manner and often ended up disciplining them out of anger and frustration. Our approaches were inconsistent, leading to our children picking up of our negative traits. It was only when we saw the effects of our poor parenting that we realized our mistakes. We admitted ourselves and to the Lord that we couldn't discipline our kids on our own. We needed His help.
In 2014, I gave birth to our youngest child. With 4 kids, parenting became even more challenging. Our marriage was greatly affected as my focus was on the children while Weng spent more time in the ministry work. During this time, I felt no love for Weng and prayed hard to God to help me love him again for the sake of our kids, our ministry, and our faith.
By 2016, we experienced our biggest financial struggle yet. We had to move from Quezon City to Angono, Rizal so that our 3 school-aged kids could avail of scholarship and continue their studies. This major shift broke and humbled us, but also led us in an unexpected blessing. Tiffany's long-time prayer was answered when she began working at Gabay Salandas Foundation, a temporary shelter for impoverished, neglected, and abandoned children in Angono. I was reassigned from being a youth coordinator of Metro East Hub to work at CCF Center, leading a program now we called #NotAlone. Unknowingly, this was when God began to put our family dynamics in order. I gradually became the breadwinner, and Tiffany became more intentional about improving as a wife and a mother. We continued serving in various church ministries, faithfully attended our upline D groups, organized and participated in couples retreats and seminars, and even took part in family breakthrough retreats. And during the pandemic, we started having a weekly family devotion and process Sunday worship messages together, which greatly contributed to our family's healing. We eventually learned how to control our temper and discipline our children properly, focusing on modeling God's love to them. Tiffany and I became more loving toward each other, embracing the roles of husband and wife as God's designed them. We now humbly and regularly ask our children how we have hurt them, how we can improve as parents. And we've learned sincerely to say sorry, thank you, and I love you to each other. Admittedly, our first 2 kids still experience character struggles due to our past parenting mistakes. But we can now openly talk and journey with them in their Christian walk. We praise and thank God for giving us a second chance at godly parenting with our 2 younger daughters. We are an example of a family that is work in progress, facing ongoing, praise God, facing ongoing challenges and struggles, but we thank God that each member of our family is now more open to forgive, more intentional about growing as Christians, and more willing to please God. And as we learn to fully surrender to Christ, grow in our relationship with Him, obey His commands, and tirelessly serve Him, we experience His amazing and supernatural work in our lives, all for His glory alone. I am Weng.
And I am Tiff.
All praises and thanks to our God who transforms lives. To God be all the glory.